When you think of a truck engine that never gives up, what comes to your mind? Maybe it's the roar of a diesel that sounds the same at 200,000 miles as it did the day it was built. Maybe it's an engine known for surviving abuse, heavy loads, rough terrain, and owners who rarely lift the hood. Today, we're counting down 10 truck engines that last forever. The engines mechanics respect, truckers trust, and many people say will outlive the truck itself. These engines aren't just reliable, they're legends. Engines that hit 500,000 miles without breaking a sweat. Engines that are known for simple designs, strong internals, and almost zero weak points. And engines so durable that entire generations swear by them. Whether you drive a pickup, a heavy-duty diesel, or you're shopping for a used truck that won't let you down, these engines are the ones you should look for. And the best part? Many of these million-mile monsters come from brands you already know: Toyota, Ford, Cummins, Chevy, and more. So stick around as we break down what makes each engine so bulletproof. We'll talk about real-world lifespan, maintenance needs, and why these power plants refuse to die. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which engines the pros recommend and which ones are worth hunting for if you want reliability that goes way beyond the odometer. Let's jump into the list and start with an engine that literally built a global reputation for never quitting. The Toyota 22R and 22RE engines are often called the most reliable four-cylinder truck engines ever made, and that reputation is well-earned. Introduced in the early 1980s, these engines powered Toyota pickups and 4Runners for decades. Their design was simple, overbuilt, and easy to repair. No complicated electronics, no unnecessary features, just raw durability and old-school engineering. The 22R runs on a carburetor, while the 22RE uses fuel injection, but both share the same legendary toughness. These engines commonly hit 300,000 to 500,000 miles, and many have gone well beyond. Some owners even report 700,000 plus miles with nothing more than regular oil changes and basic maintenance. Why do these engines last so long? Because Toyota built them like tanks. Thick cast iron blocks, bulletproof timing chain systems, and low operating stress. The power output wasn't huge, around 100 horsepower, but that actually helped. Lower power meant much less strain, allowing the engine to run cooler and smoother for decades. The 22R/22RE is also extremely forgiving. You can overheat it, run it low on oil, beat it off-road, or haul more than you should, and it'll still keep going. It's the engine that made Toyota's old trucks famous for their indestructible reputation. Today, these engines are a favorite among off-roaders, overlanders, and collectors who want a truck that simply won't die. If you want reliability over everything else, the Toyota 22R/22RE is still unmatched. When you talk about diesel engines that never quit, the Cummins 5.9-liter 12-valve sits at the top of nearly every list. This engine powered Dodge Ram heavy-duty trucks from 1989 through the late 1990s, and even today, almost 30 years later, it's still one of the most respected diesel engines ever built. What makes it so legendary? One word: simplicity. The 12-valve 5.9 uses a mechanical injection pump. No complicated computers, no sensitive electronics, no modern emission systems. This engine was designed for farm use, industrial equipment, and long-haul reliability. It's nearly impossible to kill because there's very little to break. These engines regularly hit 500,000 to 1,000,000 miles with proper maintenance. Many commercial trucks, RVs, and work vehicles have crossed the 1,000,000-mile mark with the original engines still running strong. The block is overbuilt, the crankshaft is extremely strong, and the internals are designed for high-pressure diesel combustion. Plus, the 12-valve design means fewer moving parts and more reliability. Turbo upgrades, fuel pump mods, and tuning are common, and the engine can easily handle it. Truck owners love the 5.9 12-valve because it's tough, long-lasting, and doesn't complain. It'll pull heavy loads, run in extreme temperatures, and keep going even when abused. It's also one of the most fuel-efficient heavy-duty diesels ever built.
If you want a truck engine that can last forever with minimal drama, the Cummins 5.9 12-valve is as close as it gets.
Few engines in history have had the impact of the Chevrolet 350 small block. This engine has powered millions of trucks, SUVs, muscle cars, and work vehicles since the 1960s, and it earned its place as one of the longest-lasting gas engines ever made. The reason is simple. The 350 small block is strong, reliable, and incredibly easy to maintain. It uses a cast iron block and heads, a simple pushrod design, and basic carburation or throttle body injection. There's nothing overly complicated, and everything is built to last. The 350 is famous for running even when poorly maintained. Stories include engines that ran with broken timing chains, zero oil pressure, or badly worn bearings, yet kept going. With proper maintenance, these engines easily reach 300,000 to 500,000 miles. Many work trucks have crossed even higher mileage with original internals. Parts are cheap, upgrades are endless, and repairs are simple. This makes the 350 a favorite for mechanics and DIY owners. Even today, you can rebuild one in your garage with basic tools. The engine wasn't the most powerful in stock form, but it made reliable torque, exactly what truck owners need. And because of its massive popularity, parts availability will likely last forever. If you want an American truck engine that's affordable, durable, and rebuildable for life, the Chevy 350 small block is still a king.
The 7.3-liter Power Stroke is often considered Ford's greatest diesel engine ever built. Produced from 1994 to 2003, it quickly became known for being nearly unbreakable. Many owners proudly show off trucks with 400,000 to 700,000 miles, still running strong on the original engine. So what makes the 7.3 Power Stroke legendary? First, the engine block is extremely strong. It uses a cast iron block and heads that can handle massive cylinder pressure without cracking. Second, the fuel system, a HEUI electronic injection, is durable when maintained, giving the engine very clean and efficient combustion. Third, Ford didn't push the engine to extreme power, which reduced stress and increased its lifespan. Unlike modern diesels, the 7.3 has no complex emission systems and far fewer electronics to fail. It's simple enough to be reliable, but advanced enough to have good performance and fuel efficiency for its time. This engine was used in commercial trucks, ambulances, fire trucks, motorhomes, and heavy-duty work fleets. Companies chose it for one reason: it just keeps working. Owners love the 7.3 because it's easy to maintain, responds well to upgrades, and rarely suffers catastrophic failures. Many consider it the last old-school Power Stroke before Ford moved to more complex designs. If you want a diesel engine that can last decades, cross 500,000 miles, and still feel strong, the 7.3 Power Stroke is a safe bet. The Toyota 1UZ FE is one of the most overbuilt V8 engines ever made. Originally designed for the Lexus LS 400 luxury sedan, Toyota engineered it like a high-end racing engine, then put it into cars and trucks for everyday use. This is why the 1UZ is famous for lasting forever, often reaching 500,000 miles with minimal issues. This engine uses an aluminum block and heads, forged connecting rods, and extremely precise machining. Everything about the 1UZ was built with durability in mind. Toyota wanted to prove they could make a better luxury car than Mercedes or BMW, and they did it by over-engineering every part of this engine. Later versions of the 1UZ found their way into Toyota trucks and SUVs, where the engine's durability became even more obvious. Whether towing, off-roading, or daily driving, the 1UZ handles stress effortlessly. The timing belt system is reliable, the cooling system is strong, and the engine rarely leaks or fails. Even when heavily modified, turbocharged, supercharged, or used for drifting, the 1UZ remains stable and reliable. People love this engine because it has a smooth, quiet, refined feel, yet also the strength of a racing V8. It's the perfect blend of performance and durability. If you want a truck engine that feels premium but lasts like a workhorse, the Toyota 1UZ FE is unbeatable.
The Nissan TD42 diesel engine is known worldwide as one of the toughest engines ever built, especially for off-road and adventure use. Found in the Nissan Patrol, this engine became legendary in the Middle East, Africa, and Australia for surviving extreme heat, heavy towing, and brutal terrain. The TD42 is a mechanical, naturally aspirated diesel with no electronics, no sensitive sensors, and no complicated systems. This simplicity makes it extremely reliable and easy to repair anywhere in the world. Owners regularly report 500,000 to 1,000,000 miles with the original engine still running strong. The thick cast iron block and slow revving design mean the engine is under very little stress. It's not fast, but it is absolutely unstoppable. This engine is also loved by overlanders because it can run on low-quality fuel, survive bad maintenance, and still keep going. Mechanics say it's almost impossible to kill unless you deliberately try. If you want a truck engine for extreme climates and long-term survival, the TD42 is one of the best ever made. The Honda J35 V6 engine powers the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Odyssey, and other larger Honda vehicles, and it's one of the most reliable modern V6 engines you can buy. Even in trucks and SUVs, the J35 regularly hits 300,000 to 400,000 miles with no major repairs. Honda designed this engine with durability and efficiency in mind. It uses tight machining tolerances, a reliable timing belt system, and a strong block that handles heavy loads without problems. Unlike many modern engines, the J35 rarely suffers from oil consumption, head gasket failures, or internal breakdowns. What makes the J35 special is how well it performs under stress. Whether towing, hauling, or long-distance driving, the engine stays smooth and efficient. Many Ridgeline owners use their trucks for work and report extremely long lifespans. The engine also has a simple design that keeps maintenance easy. Spark plugs, timing belt replacements, and fluid changes are straightforward and inexpensive compared to other V6 engines. If you want a modern truck engine that delivers long life with low maintenance costs, the Honda J35 is a fantastic choice. The Duramax 6.6-liter LB7 diesel engine powered Chevy and GMC trucks from 2001 to 2004, and even today, it's remembered as one of the best Duramax engines ever made. Known for hitting 300,000 to 600,000 miles, the LB7 is beloved by diesel enthusiasts for its power, simplicity, and long-term reliability. The LB7 uses a strong cast iron block, aluminum heads, and a high-pressure common rail fuel system that was ahead of its time. The engine delivered amazing torque while staying surprisingly fuel efficient. Its biggest advantage is its clean, simple design, no EGR system, no diesel particulate filter, and fewer electronics than later diesel engines. This means fewer things to break and longer life. The only major issue the LB7 is known for is injector failure, but once injectors are replaced with upgraded versions, the engine becomes almost bulletproof. Truck owners love the LB7 because it pulls hard, lasts long, and doesn't require complex repairs. Many work trucks from the early 2000s are still running their original engines today. If you want a reliable diesel engine that blends modern performance with old-school durability, the LB7 Duramax remains a top choice. When it comes to truck engines that last forever, the common theme is simple. Strong materials, simple engineering, and low stress on the internal components. Whether it's a classic Toyota 22R, a powerful Cummins diesel, or a smooth Honda V6, these engines have stood the test of time because they were built with reliability as the top priority. What makes these engines special is not just their mileage, it's the trust they've earned. These engines power farm trucks, work trucks, off-road beasts, overlanding rigs, and family vehicles. They prove that with good engineering, an engine can last decades.
If you're shopping for a used truck, any of the engines on this list is a safe bet. They have real-world track records, loyal fans, and millions of miles of proof. Some of them might not be the most powerful or the newest, but when it comes to long-term dependability, they're unmatched. At the end of the day, a truck is only as good as its engine, and the engines on this list, they're the ones built to outlive the truck, and sometimes even outlive the owner.